In this session, we'll be talking about working with files in Python. Python is a powerful language that simplifies the task of working with files. Whether you're reading from, writing to, or managing files, Python provides built-in functions that make these operations straightforward and efficient. In this script, we'll explore the essentials of file handling in Python, walking through common tasks such as reading, writing, and appending to files. By the end, you will be equipped with the knowledge to handle files seamlessly in your Python projects. File handling is a crucial aspect of programming. Whether you are dealing with text files, CSVs, or more complex file types, being able to read and write data efficiently is essential. Python provides a comprehensive set of tools for file handling, all of which are resolved around the open function. To begin working with a file, you need to open it. Python's open function allows you to do this, specifying the file's name and the mode in which you want to open. The most common modes are the read mode, write mode, append, and binary. The read mode, which is the default, it opens the file for reading only. The write mode creates a new file or truncates an existing file to write data. The append mode, represented by A, opens the file for writing and appends data to the end if the file exists. The binary mode is used for binary files like images or executable files. Before starting the example, first we have to create a text file. For this, I have created one named example. If you open this, you'll see it has a line I like to code. This is the only text this file contains. Now, let's play with this file. To upload the file, click on the sidebar and click on Files. Then you'll see an option for Upload. Click on the first icon that you see, and then choose your file. Click OK, and your file will be uploaded here. Now, let's open a file for reading. Let's type file is equal to open example.txt, and then we chose the R mode. Now all you have to do is remove the name and click on your file, copy path and paste it here. And now click on this run button. Here the open function opens the file named example.txt in read mode. If the file doesn't exist, Python will raise a file not found error. But in our case, the file has successfully been found. Now, moving on to reading a file. Once the file is open, you can read its content using various methods. We can use a read or readline or readlines function. The read function reads the entire file, while the readline function reads one line at a time. And if you add a plural to it like readlines, it reads all the lines into a list where each line is an element. Now let's look at an example. For this, I am going to create a new cell and let's paste our code and run it. So it shows the text I like to code, which we inputted in our example file. So in this example, the read method reads the entire content of our file named example.txt, and it stores its content into a variable. This is useful for small files, but for larger files, you may want to read line by line. Now let's move on to writing to a file. Writing to a file in Python is just as simple. You open the file in write or append mode and use the write method to add content. For this, we will type file. First we open the file, then we write to it hello world, and then we close the file. First, let's add our path again. Just copy the path from here and paste it in your cell, and then run it. Now if you want to see the output, first click on this cell and then print the content. So now it says hello world instead of the line I like to code. So this code opens example.txt in write mode and writes hello world to the file. If the file already existed, its content would be overwritten. Now if you want to add content without overwriting the existing data, you can open the file in append mode. So in this, we are going to append this line to our existing code, which is hello world. Now let's quickly change the path again and run it. Here the open function opens the file in append mode, and the new content is added to the end of the file. Now let's run it again and see the output. So here you see hello world, and then append this line is added to our file. Moving on to closing a file. Closing a file is as important step in file handling. It frees up system resources and ensures that all data is properly written to the file. So here we are closing the file. To close the file, we write file.close and then brackets. Here again we have closed the file. While Python automatically closes a file when your program ends, but it's a good practice to close the file explicitly when you're done working with it. Python provides a cleaner way to work with files using the with statement. It ensures that the file is properly closed after its use finishes, even if an exception is raised. Now let's see an example using with statement. For this, I am going to type with open, file name, read mode as file, and then content, file.read, and then we print the content. Now let's quickly change the path and see the output. In this example, the with statement automatically handles closing the file, making the code more concise and less error-prone. Python's file handling capabilities aren't limited to just text files. You can work with various types of files such as CSVs, JSONs, and binary files. We'll see how to work with CSV and Excel files in further videos. So to conclude, working with files in Python is a fundamental skill that opens up a world of possibilities for data storage and manipulation. Whether you're reading from a text file, writing data to a CSV, or handling binary files, Python's file handling functions provide the flexibility and simplicity you need to get the job done efficiently. With this knowledge, you are now ready to incorporate file operations into your Python projects, enhancing their functionality and versatility. So do give it a try and see the results for yourself.